Burn claims, what are they worth? What is any claim worth? Let me tell you, there are hundreds of factors going into what a claim is worth. There's no schedule in the United States for that. A burn, and that depends on, well, can you show and prove that it's someone's fault, someone was negligent, which just means they did not act reasonably, right? And it depends on that. It depends on, do they have insurance? Or is it a large corporation with assets and things? So that's a part of it. And the degree, the extent of injuries. Burn injuries with skin grafting, that can be very serious. We have not been able to devise a replacement for skin if and when you burn off. One way we do it is we graft. So we take skin, usually from the groin, and they scrape a certain layer of skin from the groin, because you don't care about scarring there necessarily. So they scrape or take samples of the skin from the groin, and they'll put it wherever is needed for a skin graft. Sometimes it doesn't look good. It's wrinkly. It's got a different texture altogether, and you can tell the difference a lot of times between the graft and then your normal or your skin that's supposed to be there, and it can be grotesque. Whether in a claim situation or lawsuit situation, whether a burn is something that's going to be worth a lawsuit, that's going to be a significant damage case, depends upon a lot of things. Burns are cosmetic. Burns also are functional, right? Because you can have, and I've seen burns on people where there's so much grafting on a hand and arm that the hand is clawed, that you can't really flex it except a little bit. So I've seen that. So that's functional, obviously. If the grafting or the burn itself is on the face, let's say, of a woman, and yes, the gender sometimes enters into it, let's say the face of a young woman, that's something that if it's permanent, then those can be significant damages. So it depends upon where the burn is. Always depends upon what's permanent. If after a year it's all gone, those damages are going to be limited, really limited. If there's keloid or scarring that develops, because some people keloid when their skin is affected, some ethnic groups, just some people with certain skin, they keloid and they actually get lumps wherever the burn was or the cut was or the incision from surgery was, they get this raised portion. You know, if you get that, that's a greater injury. And so it really depends upon the type of person. I mean, and then economic damages. So we're really focused on the pain and suffering damages, which is really by far the greater damages usually. But let's say a person was a model, that's an extreme example, and a woman had $1 million a year contract, and then she gets scarred on her face, and they say, we can't hire you anymore. Obviously, that's something that's going to affect the value of a claim.